Hello, I'm Rosina White, Durante White. We're going to make bruschetta today, and we will demonstrate as well as we can. I started out with a Italian baguette, which means that I have to slice it. It's in rather, I'd say, quarter-inch slices, like so. And then I'm going to put it in a pan. I'll demonstrate here on this chopping block. I'll put it in a pan, and an oil pan, just a little bit of oil, so the bottom of the bruschetta will also be toasted. And then I will chop up my tomato, and I like it chopped up rather small. And I usually put it in a strainer of some sort, so you'll get a lot of the juice out. Otherwise, it'll make the bread soggy. I also have basil, which I have already chopped up as well as I can. And I like to saute the sweet basil. It's for me. Some people don't, but I prefer sauteing it, and then it'll be easier to spread on the bread. So I'll just finish chopping the tomatoes, but see how much juice there is, and you have to get rid of the liquid. But with a bruschetta, you can do just about anything. You don't have to do the tomato. You could do a variety of things. Some kind of cheese, a soft cheese, and prosciutto, and things like that. Now I've chopped this up. I'm not going to bring the my pan over here, which I have some already chopped up, and have a strainer in here just to get the liquid out of the tomatoes. And I've already sauteed the sweet basil. Here it is, with plenty of olive oil. Just sauteed it lightly, and I will put this olive oil with the basil. And if you want to use garlic, you can put minced garlic in it. And I'll just do a few to see how much I really want to put on here. I like quite a bit of basil. This is homegrown basil. This time of the year, it's great in our gardens. And so you see how I'm picking up some oil to put on the bread. Okay, now we're ready to put the tomatoes on. A lot of washing of hands, of course. So let's just put the tomatoes. Oh, here's some more. I didn't. I'll just put these here, and put this over here. Okay, because we want to have as many as we can. We all like them so much. So let me just do a few more. And then we'll put the tomatoes on, and we'll put the Parmesan cheese, and then toast it in the oven. And it's a pretty fast thing to do, except for the chopping and all. And it makes a nice either appetizer, or you can also serve it with a salad or something of that kind. But we kind of like just eating it for an appetizer. Let's see here. Just do a couple more here. And we'll then put the tomatoes on and the Parmesan and toast them, and then we'll see what it looks like. It'll take about, I would say, in a good hot oven, about 5 minutes or so. And it depends how toasted you really want the bread. Okay. See, I just have like enough oil to brush on the bread. Okay. put them in here in this little tray. And let's see here. Now I'm going to put the tomato. Oh, I'd like to have a little more basil on here. There we go. See, now I've got the tomatoes where they've been draining the liquid out of them. And we'll go like this and put tomatoes on there. And we'll see how quickly we can do this. Sometimes you have bread that has holes in it. Well, that's okay too. If the tomatoes fall through, it's all good. So, okay, so you see this might take a few minutes, longer than I expected. But that's really very, very good. I've enjoyed cooking. I learned from my mom that came from Italy when she was 17 years old. And she kind of started doing things just like her mother had done in her little village of Castellano. So I'm the first generation here, born here in the U.S. So I learned, my first language was Italian, of course, because my parents didn't speak English. So it was interesting growing up, and I think it was a wonderful way of growing up. I was very pleased. My mother actually made her own bread in a homemade oven. I mean, you know what I mean, homemade. I mean, someone built it for her outside of the house. So this will take us a few minutes. Now we are going to put the Parmesan cheese on. And as soon as I get this done, we're going to put it in my oven at 400 degrees for just about 5 minutes. It depends. It always depends on how hot the oven is and how things bake. But about 5 minutes usually does it. And if it's not toasted enough, I will probably put it on broil for just a couple seconds. See how you just... And it looks rather festive, you know. It's really nice at Christmas time, particularly with the red and the green and the white. It's really looks nice. It's colorful, and people usually love it. So, and I particularly like it. Of course, being Italian, growing up in an Italian household, generally we had, of course, tomato, basil, olive oil, all those things that are things that Italian households have. And we love food is very important to us, and we really enjoy feeding people and sitting and eating together. Now this looks like it's just about ready, so we're going to put it in the oven now, 400 degrees. Let's check to see if it's ready now. I think it should be about ready. Let's look and see. It should be nicely toasted. Pot holder here. Oh, I think it looks good. So I'm going to turn off the oven, and we're going to bring it over here and put it in the platter. Let's see. Usually I let this cool a little bit, and then we get them out of the pan. Just fill up the pan here with the plate, put it in the platter, and then we'll be ready to eat. And again, you could serve bruschetta for an appetizer with a salad, or if you like to do with a nice minestrone soup, it would be good as well. So a lot of ways to serve the bruschetta, because we all love bread, and of course with all the olive oil and the basil and the tomatoes, it's extra extra good. So I think we are ready to serve. Let me just put a couple more in here. And there we are. We're ready to eat. Bon appetit. And this ends our demonstration of how to make bruschetta.